Okay, hello and welcome to day number 2. So today we're going to be talking about beginning with the end in mind. Stephen R. Covey, in his best-selling book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, talked about the second most important habit that highly effective people have is beginning with the end in mind. So that means for us that we're going to start this whole journey knowing what our end goal is. And of course, that's to be happy and healthy and feel great in our skin. But we're going to break it down and make it more specific and concrete. So there are 6 pillars to good health. I will link below a video to Mark Basil's presentation on these 6 pillars of health. He's super knowledgeable and he speaks nationally. He's very sought after. And he's one of my mentors in the health, as far as health goes. And I'm so grateful for him for teaching me all this wonderful information. I'm going to go over all of this very quickly, and either you can just take my word for it, or you can go and listen to him. He'll teach it more in depth. It's like, I think it's like an hour, 30-minute video. So first off is hydration. Our body is 60 to 70% water, and we need the water to clear out toxins. We need the water to keep our blood in a healthy state, to keep flowing. We need it for a ton of chemical reactions. When we're low on water, we get headaches, we get kind of achy all over from like buildup of toxins. We don't sleep as well. So hydration is super important. So an end goal for hydration would to be consistently every day drinking between 9 to 13 cups of water. The Institute of Medicine suggests that women get around 9 cups and men around 13 cups. So just kind of feel what's right for you. Another way of figuring out how much to drink is you take how many kilos you weigh. So I weigh about 120 pounds, so that puts me at about 52 kilos. So that means I would drink about 52 ounces, between 50 to 60 ounces of water. So that would be my end goal in hydration, to drink that every day. The next pillar of health is nutrition. Nutrition is super important. We are what we eat. When we eat junk food and highly processed foods, our body gets sluggish. And if we're not eating healthy, raw, vibrant fruits and vegetables, then we can get depressed. We can, we only have a limited, I don't want to go into too much depth, but we only have a limited amount of enzymes for our body to break down foods. So our body starts taking it from other places in our body, like our organs, and it kind of starts eating itself to be able to consume our food. And it's super dangerous, and that's where disease comes from. So the research points to a whole food, plant-based diet. So that's lots of fruits and vegetables, a diet high in grains, in legumes, nuts, seeds, and eating meat sparingly. The next pillar of health is sleep. Now, oh dear, I'm forgetting the title of I think it's the Institution for the Sleep. I'll link it below. But they recommend that adults get between 7 to 9 hours of sleep. And the sweet spot seems to be 8 hours of sleep, and that's consistently every day. When we aren't sleeping, our frontal lobe and our brain shrinks, and we aren't able to make good choices. Women specifically get way more emotional and just unhappy. Men get tired and groggy and aren't good at making decisions. We can't overcome any addictions, and our brain isn't plastic. We're not able to change and improve and grow. So an end goal for sleep is to get into a good schedule that we can maintain, to get 8 hours of sleep. I'll teach a lot more about how to get better sleep if that's an issue for you, if you're maybe going to sleep on time but waking up and not able to get good quality sleep. Now this is something that people don't usually think about or realize, but breathing. Did you know that when we don't breathe down into our lower lungs, when we're breathing up here, we become chest breathers, our body actually goes into anxiety mode or fight or flight mode. And I think that's a big problem right now. There's a lot of anxiety out there. There's a lot of people dealing with just tension and stress, and we can't live and breathe and be present and happy in the moment that we are in. So breathing is super, super important for our brain. In fact, I was just talking with a clinician, and he was telling me that he was seeing a man who just had really bad depression, and he just started him out saying, you need to deep breathe more, and he just began to deep breathe into his lower part of his lungs and to be conscious about it, and he was able to come out of his depression just by making that super simple change. So an end goal for breathing would be to just be consciously aware throughout the day that you're breathing normally, and in any moment of tension or stress, you consciously breathe out the tension and stress. And then it's really important in times of renewal, like right before bed or right when we wake up, to take at least 10 deep breaths. So that would be an end goal for breathing. Then the last 2 pillars of health are my personal challenges. Exercise. We need 30 to 45 minutes daily of exercise. 45 if it's like moderate, 30 if it's intense exercise. And that's every day, 5 days a week. One thing that's important to note is we all have a tendency to gravitate toward certain types of exercise. There's 3 main types. There's flexibility, or 3 types of exercise, as well as things that make you a fit individual. There's flexibility, there's strength, and there's aerobic exercise. Now, I tend towards flexibility. I'm a post dancer, and so I love yoga with all my heart and soul. That is what I would do for exercise every day if I could. But my weakness is actually my joints get really loose. And so I have to make the goal to do strength training, to keep fit, to keep my body in good health. I can't just stretch every day, or else my body will basically fall apart. So that is an end goal for in this category would to, yes, put in the right amount of time, but also put in the right type of exercise. If you're a bodybuilder and you really love strength, maybe start focusing on aerobic exercise to get your heart healthy, or in flexibility. If you can keep your muscles flexible, then you won't get as many injuries. So those are some things to think about as far as exercise. And then the last pillar is stress management. There is so much stress around us, and it's not all emotional stress. There's biological, there's electrical, believe it or not, in this day and age with all the technology around us and all the Wi-Fi, and there's I can't remember what I already listed. There's emotional, biological, mental. We'll get more into that later, but we're going to talk about being able to manage your stress in a healthy way. It's good to have stress, and we need to be able to be part of society and live our lives, but it's not good to be so tense and so stressed out that it affects the rest of our health. So we need to learn to deal with our stress in healthy ways. So we're going to be talking about that, and maybe the end goal here would be to be able to have certain routines or practices that you do every day to manage your stress. And we'll talk more about that. I'll give you some baby steps and challenges that you can do to help you figure that out for yourself. So these are the pillars of health. And the challenge for today is for you to go through each of these pillars: hydration, nutrition, sleep, breathing, exercise, and stress management, and to make goals in each one. You can go to the video that I'm linking below that Mark Basil teaches, learn maybe more in depth if you like about what you need to accomplish in each pillar. What you need to accomplish in each pillar so that you can reach optimum health and make specific goals. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is, so that's the first challenge. I'm kind of giving two challenges. One is to make specific goals in each pillar. The second one is to write kind of like a, I don't know what to call this, like a personal statement, and I'm going to tell you why. In his book, Atomic Habits, James Clear teaches us that a goal means nothing in your life. It's not going to change who you are. It's not going to change how you live. You'll reach it, then be done, and not really be that much better for it. He teaches us to make real changes, we need to change our habits, which is what we're talking about, and that's why I give baby steps and challenges and to help you change your little habits. But he said something that's really, really interesting that I want to teach right now. So this is us. I'm drawing this circle. Okay, there's 3 layers in this circle. Okay. The outside is the outcome. This is what you're living out in your life. So when we make goals, we're focusing on the outcome. This is our goal. So say my goal is, I want to lose 30 pounds. In my case, it would actually probably be more like 10 pounds. Or I want to, what's another health goal? I want to have more energy. More energy. Okay, that's the outcome. That's focusing on the outcome. That's a goal. We can reach it, and it won't really change. It won't really change us in the future. The next thing is our habits, or another term that James Clear uses is our systems. These are our routines, the things that we just do day in. Okay, sorry, I got a phone call, but now I'm back. Okay, so James Clear teaches us about, where was I? We have outcomes, we have our habits and our systems. These are things that we do every day. They're kind of on automatic. They're not kind of, they are on automatic. We just do it. And these determine our outcome, what our life is. My son is behind the camera. Please go sit over there, honey. You're making noise. Thank you. He's being so patient and looking at books while I do this video. So, but what dictates our habits and our systems is our belief system. What we believe of ourselves and who we are. Anytime we try to change outcomes or even habits and systems, it won't stick unless we change what we believe about ourselves. So the second challenge that I want to issue you for today, today's a big day, there's 2 challenges, but they're related, is to make a personal statement. And I've got my personal statement, and it's full of I am statements, full of I am sentences, describing who I am inside and why that helps me live in a healthy way. So I'm going to read mine to you so that you can go and create yours. And it's super easy. Just type it up super fast, print it off. Don't make it perfect. It's okay. So listen to all the I am statements. I am a healthy, happy, vibrant individual. I am disciplined as I diligently live a healthy lifestyle, especially when faced with temptation. I enjoy living this way and find increased energy and happiness as I drink 60 ounces of water each day. Eat a whole food, plant-based diet with plenty of fruits and vegetables and minimal treats. Get a full 8 hours of restful sleep each night. Going to bed early and rising early in a consistent schedule. Breathe in each moment and enjoy being present in my situation. I breathe deeply to release any tension or stress, and in moments of renewal, such as right before sleep and upon waking. I exercise for at least 60 minutes each day, focusing on strengthening my specific personal weaknesses in my fitness. I manage stress and live peacefully and gratefully each day. So that's my statement. After you type up your statement, put it up by your mirror. So every night before bed and when you wake up, while you're brushing your teeth, you just read this to yourself. It's best to say it out loud. When you're hearing something, your brain listens. Okay? So this is super, super important because unless you change what you believe about who you are, it'll be so much harder to make any changes. But if you can tell your brain, at first it'll sound like a lie to you, but the more you say it, your brain will start believing it, and then it'll be so much easier to implement all the baby steps and all the challenges that I'm going to be issuing each day. Okay? And if you notice, I had a lot of I am statements about who I am and why that makes me choose healthy habits, but I also had a specific goal, a specific thing I do in my statement for each pillar. So go ahead and do that in your personal statement, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining me today. Bye.